it's Risha. I'm here at the Freeborn County Historical Museum, Library and Village, or FCHM, and I'm the curator here. Today I have this lovely imitation fur coat, so it's not real animal fur. It's likely from the 1950s. It was owned by a woman named Jean Lageson, and it's in lovely condition. It's really, really nice. It's hardly disintegrating at all, and just a very, very well kept coat before it even got to us. And I'm gonna go ahead and let's jump in and talk about it, and you'll see me put it away because this was in our bridge window area on display where we have covering over the window, so it wasn't getting light damage as much as we could keep light damage away from it. So now we're going to give it a break, put it back in collections, and I'll show how I put it into a box so that it is stored nice and safe in our collection space. So you'll hear me talking about it over while you see me putting it away. It's a black coat here with brown cuffs and collar. It's double-breasted, likely from the 1950s, although it could really be anywhere between probably 1940 and the 1980s. It was owned by Jean Lageson, and she was born around 1928, so it would be after that for sure. And this is an imitation fur, so it's fake fur, which is kind of interesting too, because historically we have a lot of like mink coats, or we do have some baby seal fur coats in our collection. But fake fur, also called faux fur, is known as pile fabric, which is engineered to have the appearance and warmth of actual animal fur. And it was introduced into the market in 1929. And that those attempts and imitation were usually made from hair from alpaca. So it wasn't something that you would use, that you would get by killing an animal. So it was very popular in the 1920s, the late 1920s, and all the way up through into the 60s, and fake fur was something that was a little bit more reasonable in regards to price for people. So you would have the people who wanted to look like they had the real fur, that animal fur, but they wanted to be able to afford it. So they were able to use this fake pile fabric and create what looks like real fur. Back in 1928, 29 is when it really started. And you didn't get a lot of that animal rights activist kind of protests or anything happening really until kind of the 90s, when that iconic 1994 campaign from PETA featured like Naomi Campbell and Cindy Crawford in their slogan saying, "I'd rather be naked than wear fur." So it was before that people were using fake fur, but it was still seen as more affluent to have that real fur and that real animal skin, really. It was also something that women would usually be gifted their fur. It's kind of like the idea where women don't usually buy themselves their own jewelry. It was something that they were wanting to be gifted as something to again show them that they were being seen as affluent. There was also in the 70s, in 1971, an ad in the New York Magazine stated that killing an animal to make a coat is a sin. A woman gains status when she refuses to see anything killed to be put on her back. Then she's truly beautiful. So it was in the 70s as well. It just kept on continuing to go further and further into people's minds that they don't really want to wear actual animal fur. So it's it fell out of a big fashion to have actual fur. But again, fake fur, faux fur, was used back in the 30s. And during World War II, there was a tax on actual fur, fabric made from actual fur. So the fake fur kind of exploded then too, because it was, again, more affordable. And this faux fur coat, this imitation fur coat, is in beautiful condition here. It's the fur on it has not really decayed as much as an actual animal skin fur normally does. And we have some fur coats in our collection, which I'll probably bring out and show you again another time. And we just recently had this in our bridge window where we have our clothing exhibits. Again, our windows are blocking the light damage that could happen from it, and we are rotating them fairly regularly. So I wanted to go ahead and show this before it gets put away in our collection space to give it a rest from any kind of light damage that it could possibly start to get. So thank you for listening.